money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up. You got a $10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you happen to be tuning in from. This is Thursday's warm-up call. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff going on at the minute that you need to be aware of, folks. You need to keep yourself up to date with what's going on in Gmeta, because there's a lot of things happening that if you haven't been on the calls, you're missing out on, and you really need to get plugged in. Now tonight we do have our regular call. Well, it won't be our regular call because it's happening in our Telegram group live as normal, but today we're hoping to airdrop all of your Gmeta Alpha tokens. Now, if you don't know what those are, you need to get on the calls, guys. You need to check that your wallet matches your MetaMask or Trust Wallet. Hang on a sec, I'll just show you that, guys. If you're already on board, it's vital that you do this right now. Okay, let me just show you this. Okay, this is your back office, or my back office in this case, but right here you've got a Binance Smart Chain address. Now, that is the address you gave us when you signed up, not when you purchased anything, just when you actually signed up. You're asked to give us a Smart Chain address. Now, that has to be MetaMask or Trust Wallet. We have a lot of people who have gone into things like Binance and pulled out a Binance Smart Chain wallet. That is not going to work, guys. That is not going to work. It does not support DeFi tokens. So if you've done that, you need to get contact info at Gmeta One, info at Gmeta.one immediately, and give them a Trust Wallet or MetaMask Binance Smart Chain wallet. Okay. Now, if you've already done that, you're wondering if it's right. Check that against your Binance, or sorry, If you've already entered this, you want to check it's right, just open up your MetaMask or Trust Wallet Binance Smart Chain address and make sure that matches. If it does, you're good. You don't have to do anything. We're going to be dropping a video to show you how to import your tokens. Do not panic. This is very easy. There's no time scale on it either. We're not going to say you've got like 10 minutes to do this. Guys, we'll send you a video to show this, but what you're going to do is you're going to import, we're going to be given a contract address, and you're going to import that into either your MetaMask or your Trust wallet. And once you do that, hey presto, your tokens will show up. Okay, so that's that out of the way. A bit of housekeeping, but please get yourself on the calls, guys, because you know it's absolutely vital. This is your business. This is potentially your future. So yes, we know a lot of people do other things. That's all good. You know, I run a business. Miguel runs a pizzeria, but we do put heart and soul into this project. So, okay, guys, please get on the call. The details are at the bottom. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and as well as that, you stand a very good chance of winning something. We're always giving away prizes. Now, guys, I showed you at the start of that, you saw the VIP incentive video. Now, what's that all about? Well, we are launching a metaverse. Okay, as you probably gathered, we're launching our own digital universe. But to do that, to fund that, we are selling 20%, 1/5 of the 1 trillion Gmeta tokens that will ever exist in a pre-sale. Now, that amounts to the grand sum of $5 million. Now, we're doing that in rounds of $1 million. As you can see, we're into round 2, and it's up to $157,100 into round 2. At the minute, currently, if you want to get involved, you need to get back to the person who invited you, get their link, and sign up. And most importantly, input a Trust Wallet or MetaMask Binance Smart Chain wallet address. In signing up, you have to do that immediately. And then you're going to want to purchase a slot immediately as well. Now, guys, be careful. This is why you need to keep yourself informed. When we're about to do the airdrop, we will temporarily pause brand new purchases. So, guys, please keep yourselves informed. And the way to do that is in our Telegram group and by attending these presentations. You know, we don't do these for the sake of our own health. You know, we do this to keep you guys informed and make sure you have all the knowledge that you need to have. Okay, so if you purchase 1 slot, what's going to happen? A minimum of 1 slot. You can obviously purchase as many as you like, and you can use a bunch of different currencies. You can either use Bitcoin, Litecoin, Tron, Dogecoin, or Dash. Now, the important thing with purchasing at least 1 slot is it frees this link up. This link is useless until you actually fund. Now, but when you do, this referral link will get you a bonus match from your level 1 referrals. So if I bring in John and John buys $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens, I get $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens. Now, if John brings in Doris and Doris buys $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens, then John will get $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens. But Doris would be my level 2 referral, so I'll also get 50%. So I'd get $500 from her purchase as well. So in this way, you can accumulate millions and millions of Gmeta tokens. And what you do between now and when we launch will dictate how well you get on in our new metaverse, your wealth, how many of these babies you actually accumulate. So please take massive action. This pre-sale won't be on forever. You could wake up one morning and it'll all be gone. And once the pre-sale's over, then you will no longer be able to earn free tokens. So this is a no-brainer, as close to a no-brainer as you can possibly imagine. Just by sharing your link and getting people on board and sharing this opportunity, you can accumulate free Gmeta tokens. as the video said, we showed you how to earn your way in Gmeta. Okay, so now we also have some competitions. I'm not going to go into these in too much detail. As well as giving you free tokens, we have competitions. We've got leaderboards here, as you can see. We've got 4 competitions: top 10 recruiters, team builders, team contributors, and top 10 investors. Now, if you could end up being in a top 10 or multiple top 10s, you could be in all 4 of them, for example. And if you end up at the end of this round in top 10, you will receive an exclusive NFT. Now, you can sell that, stake it, hold it, or do whatever you want with it. But you can stake it down the line when we launch our staking pool, and that will earn you a passive income from it. In addition, each of these top 10s will take the 10 names, put them into a draw, and one person will win an Oculus Quest 2 headset, virtual reality headset, in each of these competitions. So that's 4 headsets we're giving away, and we'll also take all 40 names and put them into a draw for one additional headset as well. Now, you saw the incentive for VIP. If you're one of those VIP people, the first 300, he put $10,000 in, and we've had quite a few of those. The first 300 will automatically become VIPs and get VIP access to all our events, early access to Gmeta V Academy, and numerous other incentives as well. Now, also, anyone putting $10,000 into Gmeta One will be placed into a draw for one of those very special cars. We're giving away 3 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcats, or the equivalent in money if you're outside the USA, because it's obviously quite difficult to send a car all around the world. So yes, you've got all sorts of incentives if any more were actually needed. So we're giving away free tokens, we're giving away potentially 3 cars, we're giving away 5 headsets per round. That's 25 headsets. We're giving away 200 NFTs as well, and all those free tokens. So I don't know whether I want to cherry on the top of this, but I think it's as good as it's going to get, guys. It doesn't get to look any better than what we're doing right here. Now, folks, if you're like me, you would have been skeptical about the metaverse, okay? And I was too. No, so in a little moment, I'm going to take you through a few recent news articles. That's what I'm starting to do on this, because it's fascinating to see who's getting involved in the metaverse. It's also fascinating to see what the press's take on the metaverse is, because some of them seem to be very misinformed rather, as to what the metaverse is, and they're getting a bit confused with virtual reality, NFTs, all sorts of things. So I'm going to be running through 3 different news articles, as I do every single day on this call. So, and if anything, it serves to back up that we're onto something here. When you see the brands, and again, I'm going to talk to you today about a huge brand getting involved in the metaverse today. But what I like to do is a thing called dream mode. Now, first, before I do dream mode, what I'd like to do, people ask us, where do you think this token is going to go? Well, let's have a look at where other metaverse tokens have gone. That's always a good gauge of where ours might go, because there are other metaverse projects out there. In fact, we have a presence in 2 of the ones I'm about to show you. We have a presence in Decentraland. We've got the Gmeta HQ, and some namespace. We have a Gmeta Arena, a second Gmeta Arena. Now, these 3 metaverse projects also have their own tokens. And let's just look at the tokens. Sandbox has a token called SAND, S-A-N-D. Please go to CoinGecko, check these out. That's where I got a lot of this information from, and a few other sources. But Sandbox launched their token at 8 cents. 8 cents. Their token at its all-time high, which was achieved last year, went to $8.40. $8.40. Imagine you had $10,000 worth of that. Decentraland, their token's called MANA. It launched at 2 cents and it went all the way up to $5.85. Somnium Space, Cube is their token, CUBE. At launch, it was 2 cents. It went all the way, would you believe, to $28.12. Now I'm showing you this not as any kind of way of predicting what ours could attain, but I'm showing it as a historical listed fact. These projects have been very lucrative and a lot of people have made a very large amount of money from them and their associated tokens. This does not even take into account the fact that the land prices on all of these projects have gone up thousands of percent as well. Just talking about the token, okay? So with that in mind, I'm going to do a slightly different thing today. I'm going to do a slightly different dream mode. Because we do various sort of dream mode things sometimes. And it's just, again, it's not a prediction or us suggesting that this could happen. It's just imagining a certain scenario. That's all it is. But let's have a look at something. Say you just buy let's go into the back office. Say all you could afford was to buy $50 worth of Gmeta tokens. That's cool. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And if that's all you ever did, and you didn't refer a soul into Gmeta One, you would have 2.15 million Gmeta tokens. Okay, let's put that into a calculator. Now, I've just shown you 3 tokens, one of which went to $28, one went to $8, and one went to nearly $6. Imagine ours only went to $1, and you had $50 worth. And it only went to $1. Well, guys, your $50 would now be worth $2.15 million. Your $50 worth of Gmeta tokens would be worth $2.15 million. Isn't it worth spending? If you know, maybe if you can't afford to buy 500-600 Gmeta tokens, dollars worth of Gmeta tokens, even if you buy 50. Amazing things could happen. And even if it went to 50 cents, even if it only went to 10 cents, you'd still have $215,000. You know, so, you know, it doesn't take this token to go through the roof. It doesn't take this token to even reach $1 to become, you know, very much better off, shall we say. Life-changing amount of money. And the beauty of this is, you can accumulate these. Say, for example, you managed to either bring 10 people on board who had $50, or you know, or you actually put in $500 yourself. You now have 21,500,000 Gmeta tokens. So I've lost my calculator for a minute. I shut it down too early. Okay, so 21,500,000 Gmeta tokens. Let's have a look if that went to 5 cents. 5 tiny cents. You're still over $1 million up. You know, 5, that's just based on our token going to 5 cents. If you bought $500 worth, or you bought 50 and you knew 9 other people with $50 who put that in. That's what could happen. That's just dream mode. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a prediction. This is just dream mode fantasy. But isn't it nice to dream? And bear in mind, you could accumulate most of this for free. What an opportunity! What an opportunity! That's what we're about, guys. That's what we're about. So, with all of that in mind, please attend our call, please, on Telegram. Now I'm going to do some news. Okay, let's do some news. And it's fascinating to see how people are using the metaverse. And I'm going to show you a few different uses of that right now that are going around with articles that I brought in and flicked through today. Here's one. How can advisors benefit from the metaverse? This is by somebody called Carmen Reichman. The metaverse has been hard for investors to avoid. It has gone from an obscure theoretical idea to being variously described as anything from the evolution of virtual reality to the next iteration of the internet. Over the past year, we have seen a slew of global brands and companies announce their entrance into the metaverse. The most notable came from Silicon Valley Tech, formerly known as Facebook. Yeah, we know all about those guys. Other big tech companies, Microsoft, they've just bought Activision Blizzard for almost 70 billion. And that's going to be part of their foray into the metaverse. However, it's not just tech companies. We have also seen Nike acquire the digital studio RTFKT, a lead creator in digital artifacts. Major fashion companies are creating their own metaverse capabilities. Meanwhile, Disney has patented the technology to create a digitally augmented version of its theme parks. Hyundai has launched a metaverse called Hyundai Mobility, which allows users to experience Hyundai's Motors mobility offerings in the form of avatars. But what is the metaverse? This is going to be fun. I'm going to see what this person thinks the metaverse is, because it seems different. Every article I read, it's different. The term metaverse therefore suggests a world beyond our current one, a new digital or virtual world. This is actually inaccurate. We've now worked out that this wasn't the first mention of the metaverse, and it's in our slides. But they're referring to 30 years ago, a novel by Neil Stephenson called Snow Crash. The author foretold a future where users connected to a VR space using the internet and interacted with objects and other human beings with augmented reality. Players were represented by avatars with computer programs acting on their behalf. So, put succinctly, the metaverse refers to a digital world in which everyday experiences such as socializing, working, gaming, and shopping take place. Another way to understand the concept of the metaverse is to think it is the latest development of the internet. The first iteration of the internet, Web 1, was in the form of read-only static web pages. We soon moved to interactive read and write and social networks, which was called Web 2. The metaverse, it is argued, is the latest development in the evolution of Web 3. When complete, it'll involve a series of decentralized, interconnected, and increasingly realistic 3D worlds, each with their own functional online economies. That's interesting, guys, because if you think about it, referring to Web 2, all the social media platforms, I can share a post on Facebook and then automatically share it on Instagram and on Telegram. They're all interconnected. On Telegram, on Twitter. I can do all that pretty much straight away. I can even, with the use of some software, do it immediately across all of those platforms. Now, the size of the market. However, most importantly, projections suggest that the metaverse is on track to become a growth area that investors cannot ignore. A report by Gartner suggests that by 2026, 25% of people will spend at least 1 hour a day in the metaverse for shopping, education, and social media entertainment. Now, this article, as I say, has got a certain amount of truth in it, and there's a certain amount of misunderstanding. But that bit, what they said there, let me just see. This is very, very close to what we're actually doing. This is very close to what we're actually doing. Let's do that again. The metaverse, it is argued, is the latest development. It will involve a series of decentralized, interconnected, and increasingly realistic 3D virtual worlds. Well, guys, Gmeta, we're already doing the connecting bit. We have a presence in crypto voxels. We have the Gmeta Arena in crypto voxels. We have our headquarters in Decentraland. We have another Gmeta Arena in some name space and other premises across other metaverses. So already with those creating bridges to do exactly what this paragraph just said. Interconnecting, interconnected and increasingly realistic. Guys, well, if you're on our call last night, you would have seen our metaverse taking shape. Miguel flew above it to show the size of it. And, you know, if you look at other metaverse projects out there, probably the best graphically is probably some name space. Ours kicks its butt into touch, and it can be used on pretty much any computer whatsoever. It doesn't require specialist hardware. So that we're already doing what this paragraph is saying. We're already doing it. Nobody else is. We're ahead of the curve. You're in the right place at the right time. Okay, that's the present. Let's look at the past. This is a blast from the past. Second Life. Second Life was the granddaddy of the metaverse, 19 years old. Second Life developer Linden Labs launched the digital world 2 decades before everyone started talking about the metaverse. Now the company has, I'm going to say brackets, finally hired Stephen Fueling as its first chief marketing officer to leverage his experience in advertising and media to attract more users and pitch its unique aspects against newer rivals like Meta and Roblox. Second Life Metaverse. Fueling comes to Second Life after a long experience with Microsoft, Disney, General Motors, as well as media groups like MDC Partners Assembly. He is planning an aggressive marketing push for Second Life to highlight how it serves its users. Social connections and artistic creations are central to Second Life in a different way from more gaming-centric Roblox and Epic games. The platform will take a minimalist approach to collecting user data for ads compared to Meta's new venture. There is real money on Second Life too, thanks to its Tilia virtual payment system and connected market. Content creators can create and sell goods through Tilia, which the company claims saw $650 million in transactions last year, 80 million which went right to the developers. Linden Research remains one of the most innovative companies in technology, and it's exciting to join the team that will lead the next stage of its development, Fueling said. Whether helping to support the renewed interest in metaverses for Second Life or building awareness of Tilia and virtual economies, I'm thrilled to apply my broad marketing expertise to assist in Linden's growth. So, again, they're catching the wave that they created, which is interesting. They're now taking it probably to the next level because they were the granddaddy. They were doing this long before anybody even knew about the metaverse. Meta growth. That growth is at the heart of Fueling's hiring. Again, I just said, catching the wave that they created at the way back 19 years ago. Second Life reached 1 million users in 2013, a decade after launching. But with tens of millions of Roblox and Sandbox users, not to mention Meta's theoretical user base of billions, there's a lot of room to catch up. As I said on my slides, 60 million people have actually signed up throughout the last 19 years to Second Life, but they only have 1 million regular users monthly. 1 or 2 major brands making Second Life their home for metaverse events and exclusive content could fuel a lot of growth. Exactly. I mean, they're talking about other gaming platforms here. They're not talking about things like Sandbox, Decentraland, or us. They're talking about other gaming platforms, and we've had megastars performing gigs in uh, Fortnite. You know, we've had Ariana Grande, Travis Scott performing to millions and millions of people in Fortnite. So they're going after the big guys. They're probably going to go after, you know, a lot of the A-list people to try and bring them in there and do gigs in Second Life, because that idea was been around for years and years. There's a lady in the UK called uh, oh God, Lily Allen. Lily Allen's a singer, UK singer. She turned down something like 10,000 bitcoins way back about 10 years ago to do a gig in Second Life. That would have been worth like over $1 billion now. So she kind of regretted doing that. But here we go. Roblox just hosted Lizzo at the Logitech Songbreaker Awards. I mentioned this 3 days ago. The first music awards in the metaverse. The same weekend saw Decentraland hosting first metaverse marathon. I told you about this 3 days ago. Well, Google and the NBA have launched a basketball metaverse. Ooh, that's interesting. To explore during the NBA playoffs. I like the sound of that. I'm going to have to get that article up. One or two big names like that and Second Life could have exactly what its name implies. Second Life, indeed. I'm going to. I won't go through this one, but I do want to talk about it maybe on a future one. And finally, that big name I mentioned, Starbucks. Starbucks is to launch its NFTs this year, offering access to unique experiences and benefits. Guys, I'm not a massive fan of Starbucks coffee, which probably precludes me from getting excited about the brand, but I know an awful lot of people love Starbucks. They queue around the block to get into Starbucks. And I know they've got collectibles already, limited edition mugs and cups and stuff. So yeah, that need is already established. That market is already there. How would you like an NFT with your Starbucks latte? The coffee giant this week announced its plans to enter the Web3 space with the launch of its own NFT collection this year, where individual digital collectibles also provide their owners with access to exclusive content experiences and other benefits. This is it, adding a bit of extra spice to just creating an NFT. This seems to be the trend. The company touted its plans to investors on its call, fiscal earnings Q2 2022 call, by explaining how NFTs can help Starbucks expand its brand's concept of the third place, meaning a place between home and work where people can feel a sense of belonging over a coffee. Obviously, these guys pioneered the idea of putting your name on the cup to make you feel like not like a number rather than an individual. This is taking that to the next level. Emerging technologies associated with Web3 and specifically NFTs now enable this aspiration and allow us to extend who Starbucks has already been at our core. Starbucks CMO Brady Brewer told investors on the call we are creating the digital third place. To achieve this, we'll broaden our framework of what it means for people to be a member of Starbucks community, adding new concepts such as ownership and community-based membership models that we see developing in the Web3 space. So we plan to start our first NFT collection, membership and community, this year based on coffee art and storytelling. It will come with a host of unique experiences and benefits worthy of a Genesis NFT collection from Starbucks. This collection would serve as the backbone to build out future collections and collaborations in the Web3 community. While some businesses launch into NFTs without much thought, this is a fact, guys. This is a fact as to how the technology fits into their largest business plans. Starbucks appears to be attempting a different approach. It's brought in Adam Brotman, the architect of its mobile order and pay system, and the Starbucks app, to help as a special advisor on the project. Notably, the company is also looking for a new CEO who understands the potential of these technologies. The long-time executive returned to head the coffee chain is now undergoing a unionization push following the departure of Kevin Johnson, who'd served as CEO since 2017. So, guys, as you can see, it's just what I said. They were the first company putting their names on the cups. Now they're bringing in a different experience. And as that article said, there's an awful lot of companies that just think they have to rock up with a bunch of NFTs and try and flog them to people without anything else but profit in mind. Whereas they're going to add to that experience. It kind of follows for what they've always tried to do is make people feel like individuals and not just numbers. Whereas those other companies just coming out with a bunch of NFTs and hoping, I don't know. I mean, Disney's an obvious one. Disney, there's so many characters, there's so many universes they own. Marvel, Star Wars, they could just flood the market with stuff right now, and they've already brought out a few limited edition collections, Mickey Mouse stuff and things like that. But Starbucks are obviously thinking slightly differently and how it can enhance your experience being one of their community and making you feel part of that. And that's a perfect use of the metaverse. Okay, folks, I hope you find that interesting. Guys, it's all about our call tonight. It's all about our call. Get yourself educated on what's going on. You really need to keep yourself up to speed because things are happening very quickly around here. So we will see you on the call at 4 p.m. Eastern in our Telegram group. Jump in there, click join call at that time, and let's pack this call out and bring people with you guys. But please keep abreast of what is going on. You may well lose out if you don't. And we don't want any heartache stories in our metaverse. We'll see you later on the call, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Miguel and I, and probably a few others, will be on the call later. We'll see you later. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful remainder of your Thursday. Bye.